have another episode of CM Punk is a Whiny Crybaby. This is a concurrent series that will be airing every single week. And for anybody thinking that we're going to run out of shit to talk about CM Punk, fuck no. This guy has a very storied career of being a whiny crybaby. We're going to have a lot of topics to delve in. So tonight, we're going to go ahead and talk about the topic that, to me, really cemented CM Punk as being one of the biggest fucking douchebags in the history of professional wrestling. We're talking about the infamous pipe bomb. It's one of those situations where I'll fully admit, when it first came out, I didn't understand the ramifications of it. I was like, okay, well, here's this guy cutting a kind of cool promo that's pulling back the curtains and showing people what's on the other side. So there was something to look forward to. And then you begin to see how it affected the rest of the industry. You know, it really became one of those situations where it's like, okay, well, why is this affecting it so badly? Why is it causing all these wrestlers to have egos? I mean, it really got to the point where, like, you saw the pipe bomb get ripped off multiple times after that. And then most of the time, it was with these fucking cosplaying wrestlers that we have nowadays, whether it be like a Kevin Owens or fucking Seth Rollins, even.
Yeah.
Adam Cole.
Yeah, I mean, Adam Cole especially. I mean, he is a shitty CM Punk ripoff.
Right.
I never understood the big deal with this guy.
It really, yeah. I mean, I just don't see the big deal with him at all. But with CM Punk, it was one of those things where with the pipe bomb, we didn't fully understand the ramifications of how bad it was until, I want to say, Triple H took over NXT.
Well, the problem with the pipe bomb is that it really exposed a lot of what needed to be hidden, but then it changed the industry in a bad way because maybe I should go back to New Japan, maybe I should go back to Ring of Honor. By doing that, it really did begin to put pressure on WWE. Okay, now you need to start paying attention to Ring of Honor and WWE. Unfortunately, Triple H did.
I mean, even in the Colt Cabana interview, he was like, maybe I'm going to go over to PWG and work with the Bucks.
You know, I got to say this, with how many WWE fans were back in, like, saying, like, what, it was like 2011, the Summer of Punk pipe bomb. Yeah. There were a lot of people probably in that crowd watching at home that didn't know what NJPW or Ring of Honor was.
Oh, no.
And then after hearing that, what's Ring of Honor? What's NJPW? And then they get into their nerd group bubble, they go online and say, oh, you didn't see Kazuchika Okada versus Tetsuya Nagaba
in front of 200 people in a sweaty bingo hall. No, I didn't. Fuck you.
You didn't say, well, then you're not a real wrestling fan. Oh, fucking Mark.
Okay, well, I'm happy not to be a pro wrestling fan if that's the case. It's fucking bullshit, in my opinion, that Punk really got off the hook with that shit. All the fucking damage he did, this is like Triple H levels of damage that this fucker did. And if anything, the pipe bomb is praised by these fucking nerds.
And because it influenced the nerds to want Ring of Honor and to want New Japan, then Triple H began to say, okay, well, who am I going to appeal to? Okay, these sparks, what's left. Maybe I need to sign guys from Ring of Honor or New Japan, and he did.
And he put them in prominent positions.
Oh yeah, well, every single one of them, whether it be
Samoa Joe,
Adam Cole, Tommaso Ciampa, Samoa Joe,
Johnny Gargano,
Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn.
The list goes on. Shinsuke Nakamura, Finn Balor, Kenta was a flash in the pan. He was one of the biggest fucking failures of Triple H. And speaking of Kenta, this is something that also doesn't get mentioned. The fact that CM Punk bit his fucking get up and his finisher when he first came into WWE off Kenta.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then there's another thing the pipe bomb that pissed me off. It's when fans the fucking going to me asking me for an autograph at 5 a.m. because I'm too fucking lazy to get a real job. Asshole, they're wanting to give you money. Right? They care about you.
Right. And that's the funny thing, too, is this fucker is so ungrateful. Like, you'll always hear stories about wrestlers going out of their way and being friendly to people when they see them out in public. Punk, for whatever reason, he feels the need to just be a completely entitled asshole to people, and he still gets praised. Still to this day, for as big of an asshole as he is, he still gets praised. But my thing with the pipe bomb, like, why it really, really frustrated me beyond, just changing the fans and these fucking hardcore indie-loving dork smarks, beyond that was the fact that it gave these fucking Haminator jobbers, people that would have been opening up shows back in the day, would have been enhancement talent, would have been fucking nobodies, gave them an ego. Yeah. To the point where they said, okay, well, I don't have to actually have a character now. All I got to do is go back and pull back the curtain.
Well, there's that, and then there's also, CM Punk drawing attention to Ring of Honor or New Japan. Before that, WWE didn't give a fuck what they had to think about guys from Ring of Honor or New Japan.
CM Punk was the very first guy to mention Ring of Honor on WWE TV.
No, because no one ever did.
Because nobody gave a shit. Nobody fucking cared about Ring of Honor.
No.
And they never will, because Ring of Honor is a fucking dead shithole.
Yeah, it's a zombie shithole now, but
It's fucking dead. I mean, the fact that Tony gutted the roster and he's using it for a library, that tells you right there, Ring of Honor is fucking dead. But the point of the matter stands is that CM Punk put this fucking podunk indie on a pedestal. Why? You know why he did it? Because they kissed his ass and they made him a god. Because Gabe Sapolsky, that alleged pedo, went and fucking put CM Punk on a pedestal and made him this fucking pro wrestling god. Notice how he never said positive shit about TNA during his run there. Why? Why? Because they made him a mid-carder, as he should have been.
it's all about me, you fucking hearts.
The only good thing to come out of his whole stint in Impact was his feud with Raven. That was it. Besides that, the guy was a flash in the pan in fucking Impact. He was a flash in the pan in any other company that he's been in. It was only in Ring of Honor and WWE where he got his dick sucked.
That's true. And I gotta, defend the point that we made multiple times, and I still believe it. It's, CM Punk awakened a lot of the smarts to Ring of Honor or New Japan, but here's the problem. WWE management still made the decision to cater to them, right? They chose to do that.
Well, and you can see it with how Punk is nowadays. What is he doing? He constantly kisses the ass of all these up-and-coming indie dorks that get signed to Ring of Honor. Signed to AEW. Always kisses their ass and is like, oh, they're the future. Danhausen, he's going to be the next big star. I got to pose in a picture with him. Right? It's just kiss-ass shit. He's a leech. He's a fucking leech. He's a communist piece of shit sellout fucking leech that feels the need to latch onto anything that's somewhat relevant so he can be cool and hip. Pathetic.
He really is. Like, what is he really giving to the wrestling business now?
One, how dare he, me personally, how dare he fucking call out Cena like he did? I mean, granted, he kind of gave Cena some props during the pipe bomb, but how dare you even mention Cena in the same vein as you? CM Punk is a fucking pussy. John Cena is a workhorse.
Right.
That's the big difference there.
Well, the other difference, too, is that John Cena doesn't complain.
No.
CM Punk whines all the fucking time publicly.
Oh, yeah.
Very unprofessionally. And that's the other thing, too, is that he's very unprofessional.
Well, then he gets praised for it. Yeah. I mean, here this guy was, he probably got told by Tony Khan to go ahead and apologize to that one guy he put on blast. Instead, he gives this half-ass apology. I'm sorry I was being terrible to a guy who's been shit in his replies.
Because he knows he can get away with it.
Exactly.
Back in the good old days when he was in the Ring of Honor, sure, he may whine and complain like an Austin Aries, but he knew that he didn't have the power ultimately at that time. I'm talking like when he first got into Ring of Honor.
I'm just like, my mind is boggled why Teddy Hart is the only guy who has stepped up to CM Punk and beat the shit out of him. Like, I could tell you for one, like that whole segment that happened back in the day with Kevin Steen and CM Punk, where he was actually mad. He went up to Kevin Steen backstage and was like, that's unprofessional. You're wearing a t-shirt and shorts. That's unprofessional. Here this fucker was wrestling in basketball shorts, and he's telling Kevin Steen, oh, you can't go out there and wrestle in a t-shirt and shorts. That's unprofessional. You started that shit, motherfucker. Yeah. You're the one who looks like a fucking backyard wrestler out there doing that shit in your fucking shorts. He's just following suit.
Credit to Kevin Steen and now Kevin Owens. If he hadn't stuck to his guns on that and kept that shirt, he wouldn't have sold merch.
True.
He wouldn't have sold merch. It wouldn't have been his thing.
You saw his outfit before that. It was a shitty looking singlet.
Yeah.
He looked like garbage.
No, he did.
Yeah. It's just one of those things where it's like, it pissed me off so much that Kevin Steen he was able to say something to him, but still nothing happened. Nobody besides Teddy Hart has beat the fuck out of CM Punk for being a fucking punk ass bitch.
Because I think they realize it's like, what's the point? If I beat the shit out of him, what good does it come out of it? For Teddy Hart, he's just so fucked up. It's like, whatever.
Well, and that's one thing I gotta say, and this doesn't get enough credit. I gotta give props to Ryback for taking liberties out there. I remember seeing him do that gorilla press onto CM Punk and then throwing him onto the table. Because he knew where he was going with that. He purposely missed the fucking mark on that shit. And you could see on Punk's face right away, he was hurt.
He intentionally fucking tried to hurt you, that fucking piece of shit.
Well, and that's how you can get away with it in wrestling. Go out there and have an accident. It's the best way to it's the best way to do that, man. It's just go out there and get your shit in. Especially with a guy like Punk, he's gonna go and try to get you fired anyways.
Right.
So might as well go out there and just beat the shit out of him.
Right. And that's the thing too, is that like when Kevin Owens didn't listen to CM Punk,
Right.
and ended up better for it.
Straight up.
You just look at that. Now, I wonder if the industry didn't listen to Kevin or to CM Punk, would we be better for it?
Well, but then again, at the same time, Kevin Owens is the same guy. Didn't listen to CM Punk, but then again, when bit his pipe bombs.
Yeah, no, he did.
So, I mean, right, that's the current course nowadays. Whenever you think of indie guy that can talk on the mic, they all sound like CM Punk ripoffs. Every last fucking one of them. None of them stand out because they don't have character. They're just like, I'm the fucking CM Punk cosplayer guy. Yep. And there's too many of those nowadays.
Yeah, no, there are.
That's the fucking problem. And another thing that really pissed me off about the pipe bomb is just the liberties he took. Like, who the fuck are you to call out Vince McMahon for being a bully? Vince McMahon, as far as I'm concerned, he can bully the fuck out of anybody he wants. He's the fucking president of WWE. He's the reason why wrestling is on TV.
No, he is.
He's the reason why you were even given this kayfabe bullshit. And this is another thing I want to get. The pipe bomb was never a shoot. Every single word, every single line that Punk said on TV was ran by Vince McMahon. Every single one. That was not a shoot. That was something where he talked with Vince backstage and said, okay, well, maybe I can say this, right? Don't say that part. And then you're going to talk about me being a bully and we're going to pull it.
There's this thing called...
It was all planned.
Not only that, but it was live back then. There's this thing called a 10-second delay.
Right.
You know, if they really wanted to cut it short, they could have.
Exactly. It doesn't make sense to me how people still say that's a fucking shoot. There's no way in hell that could be a fucking shoot. Everything nowadays you see on TV, with the exception of maybe Hogan coming out and calling Russo a piece of shit, is staged.
Yeah.
Most of the shit that you see on TV is staged. The Montreal Screwjob was staged. I don't care what anybody says. That shit was fucking staged. Fucking wasn't it Earl Hebner even came out and said it was staged?
No, he didn't.
Yeah. So it frustrates me so much that something that was so staged had such a prevalent effect on the pro wrestling sphere, to the point that we have all these fucking jobber indie cosplayer fuckers coming out and ripping off the pipe bomb. We have all these ham and egger jobber enhancement talent, fucking Impact washout, tentpole wrestling, rotten dog food eating fucking pieces of shit with egos when they should not have egos. It pisses me off that guys like CM Punk were given everything from that pipe bomb. They were given the fucking world title. They were given their match with The Undertaker that they wanted at WrestleMania. They were given their match with Brock Lesnar that they fucking wanted, and it never was enough. It never was enough. What, did Vince have to fucking get down and suck his dick live on TV?
Oh, at least. And have CM Punk main event WrestleMania. Or actually have that be the main event of WrestleMania.
But even if he did, I can just imagine this. Even if he did have CM Punk main event WrestleMania, you would have Punk on the fucking interview with Colt Cabana saying, "Oh, well, even though he had me main event, I had to lose. He couldn't put me over his pretty boy." That's what it would be. That's what it would fucking be. That's another thing too. He shat on the biggest modern day star in pro wrestling. And who do you want to have in a spot, JC?
You wanted Badass Yasono in the Shield.
Chris Hero.
Oh my God! Like the delusion of that.
That's Mark shit for you right there. I get you guys are friends. I get that, but at the same time, you have to think about what is aesthetically pleasing to a person watching at home.
Right.
If you see these two guys who are somewhat fit and muscular, at least look like they hit the gym, and then you have this one guy who's spilling out of his fucking flak vest, just fat's just fucking popping out everywhere, it's not going to look good. It's not going to look fucking good at all. And it just trips me out that he would put that guy over at him anyway. And I guarantee you, if he had some push backstage, he would have had Chris Hero be a top main roster star.
Oh no, absolutely.
Chris Hero would have held the title.
Oh, he would have whined his way into a championship.
Well, and look, that's another thing too. The pipe bomb is the reason why Daniel Bryan won the world title.
Yeah, no, it is.
The whole fucking reason. Because of CM Punk's whining, Daniel Bryan got put in a position where, okay, since he did it, now Finn Balor can do it. Now Adam Cole can do it.
Right.
Now this fucking guy who doesn't even weigh 200 pounds and looks like he gets butt fucked can do it.
Right. Well, the thing is, like, that CM Punk pipe bomb, by and large, created NXT 1.0 as we knew it.
Yeah.
It created that NXT. It created the desire in the fans to say, hey, I want this guy from Ring of Honor. I want that guy from Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
I want him from New Japan.
it didn't happen. People didn't fucking care. They were like, fuck this fucking nerdy shit. There's a reason why it's on the indies, and there's a reason why nobody watches it, because these guys aren't stars.
No, it's not. And like a lot of them were going to TNA.
Yeah, no. So that has been our 15-minute rundown on Punk for the week. We will see you guys next week with another 15 to 20 minutes of ripping up CM Punk and another topic. And see,
JCM.
peace out.